2 weeks before the game even releases, we have the Nintendo Switch OLED edition. This is for Tears of the Kingdom. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here from my channel Nintendo Collecting. I'm extremely excited to unbox this for you today. I've been looking forward to this game for years, since the original game came out over 5 years ago, which is insane. Comment below, were you able to get this pre-ordered? What was your entire experience like? Because I had a really hard time. I had to be a hawk online, basically, looking all the time at all the different websites that were going to have it pre-ordered. And I'm really happy I got one in, especially on launch day. The box here does look fantastic. It gives us an overview of what the system is going to look like. The actual Tears of the Kingdom game doesn't release for a few weeks until May the 12th, 2023. So we're still 14 or 15 days away from that, roughly 2 weeks away. That special edition I hope to get as well of the game itself. But let's get to this. So we have a beautiful rendition here of the Tears of the Kingdom. We have some of the islands in the sky. Not exactly sure all the terminology in the game yet. I'm trying to keep myself as spoiler-free as possible. I do like how Nintendo put out a trailer more recently. I watched the trailer, but I'm trying to stay away from everything else. So on here, we've got a white dock. We also have the JoyCons that are very much themed to Tears of the Kingdom. On the side, it tells you that this is a 7-inch OLED system screen with 64GB memory. Then you have the dock with LAN support and an adjustable stand that's an upgraded stand and dock from the original Switch models. On the back, you get a really good overview of what everything looks like. I think the dock is the highlight of this. I can't wait to actually set this up in my Nintendo room and have the dock on display. On the other side, it tells you everything else that's included, including all of the other accessories that you get with any sort of Switch console. But let's actually get to unboxing this. The top is plain red. The bottom has all the details about warnings and everything. These boxes are not sealed. There's no sticker seal or anything. So let's crack this open. So exciting! There we have the Joy-Cons. Let's just remove the Joy-Cons for a moment, as well as the Switch. I haven't done a video in a while, guys, and there's a really good reason for that, so I'm gonna just discuss that really briefly. I had to have leg surgery. I tore my ACL, my meniscus, a few other things on my leg were messed up, so I had to have surgery. I haven't been able to walk or do stairs for a while, and that made making videos and getting down to the Nintendo room actually quite difficult. Let's take out all the cords. So it does come with, obviously, an AC adapter and the HDMI cable. Just want to get those out of the way before we get to the good stuff. That is the grip for the Joy-Cons themselves and the dock. All right, so everything's out of the box. Now, I do have to mention, this does not come with the game, of course. It's released a few weeks early, so it's game not included, which is kind of disappointing, but I really don't want a download code. I don't want to pay more money for a download code because I'm a collector. I'd much rather have a physical copy of the game. If the download code meant we could play the game 2 weeks early, then of course I would want the download code, but I don't think that's exactly what I was after here. Alright, let's take a look at the dock, because the dock for me is the main highlight of this Nintendo Switch. Again, not truly sealed, just packaged up nicely. Bubble wrap and very thin protective foam. That dock is gorgeous. Gorgeous. So we have some of the... This is so nostalgic for me. Seeing these symbols again on the Triforce, it really reminds me of games from my childhood like Wind Waker, a little bit going back to Ocarina of Time, especially with the Tears of the Kingdom. Kind of reminds me of all the different medallions from Ocarina of Time. But we got symbols in here that have been in Zelda lore forever, as well as all this cool markings. I'm not positive if this is one of the other languages. It probably is the way it's marked. And then we have all of these kind of crop circles on the side of the system dock as well. This thing looks fantastic. You got your 2 USB ports here on the side. On the back, they put a little bit of gold detail on either side. Not a lot. I would have liked for a lot more on the back of this dock. And then this is detachable entirely. And you have your AC adapter, HDMI out, and your LAN port are here, just like all the other Switch OLEDs. So nothing that new in terms of comparing it to the other Switch OLEDs. However, it just looks so good. This one, and I've got to say the Pokemon one, I really like the docks. The Splatoon one's pretty good for the OLED as well. Alright, let's take a look at the system itself next. If the system has some minor details on it, it is a black screen, of course. Much bigger screen, much smaller bezel around the screen than the original Switch model. They can still make the screen a little bit bigger with like a Switch OLED XL edition maybe at some point. And the Switch is getting really old, by the way, but it's still going very strong. Here we have all the crop circles, it looks like, as well. I don't know what to call them. They're circular. I'm sure they're going to be throughout the game, and I don't want to spoil it for myself too much. The upgraded stand, this is what I was talking about. You can put it in various different angles to actually display your system. So that's much better than before with the previous stand. So the system doesn't have all that much on it, but really the JoyCons are going to be what you're focusing on anyways. Let's carefully put that in the dock. All right, let's take a look at the JoyCons next. Green and gold, very much Legend of Zelda themed. Very pleased with like the fact that they're actually finally bringing us a Zelda system. I've been saying it for years. We had a few Monster Hunter systems and a Smash Bros system and Pokemon systems. We finally got a Mario system, and then now we have a Legend of Zelda system. I think the Switch has so many great special editions if you want to get into collecting. It's just super expensive. So let's take a look at the Joy-Con L first. This is a crazy symbol that I don't even know what I'm looking at or what it refers to. I don't want to know yet, but that looks really neat. We have the green fading to gold with some of the different markings from the game as well. And the back is white, which is kind of an interesting choice. And we have one of those marked symbols on the back there also. Wonder what those mean in the game. Even the SL and the SR buttons are gold, like that little touch. I'm a fan of that. I don't think I would have chose the back to be white. I think white gets dirty over time. Maybe green, maybe just keep it gold. White's an interesting design choice. Very interesting. And the other one, it looks like I think has the exact same symbol. So the Joy-Con L and R have the same symbol on the bottom there. Again, we have the circles. We got white to gold on the Joy-Con R. And on the back, it's white. I think that's a different symbol, though. Yes, those are different symbols on the back. Maybe they're related to characters. Maybe they're related to Tears of the Kingdom. I don't want to get too far into it, trying to remain spoiler-free. So these look fantastic. Let's put these actually on the dock and take a good look at everything all together. Now, this broke my wallet. Actually, everything with Tears of the Kingdom is going to break my wallet because the Collector's Edition and the Switch OLED and the controller, the Switch Pro controller, I'm looking at spending well over $500, way over $500 to get everything, and I'm definitely going to do it because it's a release maybe once in a lifetime other than the original, which is Breath of the Wild. This looks so good all together. You can imagine this on your shelf. It looks fantastic. I'm really a fan of this. Oh, maybe plain white on the back because the dock is plain white on the back, and they want all of that to match. Maybe that's why they decided it in that way. So other things you obviously get inside of this is you get the Joy-Con grip right here. Now, I wish they just included this as a charging grip. It's not. You can just put the Joy-Cons in, but it's not going to actually charge. That's a different cradle that you have to buy. Then we have the HDMI cable and the AC adapter, and that's everything included in the box. We had a lot of special editions out for Breath of the Wild. We had the Master Edition over here, then we had the Special Edition, and there was even another one that's the Explorer's Edition, which you probably can't make out because it's on top of the other box. And it seems like for now, Tears of the Kingdom's only having the one special edition. So again, let me know as a comment below, were you able to special order the special edition console, the game, the controller? What's been your experience like? I had a really difficult time. It's been frustrating, and I actually wasn't able to pre-order the game until last week. I've been trying for months, and I was really pleased to finally get that on pre-order. This design, it's almost going to go up in score for me out of 10 once I play the game and once I know what all these symbols are referring to. But I'm really pleased to have a Legend of Zelda system. I'm not a huge fan of the white theming. I like Zelda, for me, is always gold or green, not as much white, but I can understand why they're going with like a white dock for their Switch OLEDs, trying to keep that theming going. This is fantastic. I'm a huge fan of this. I would give this 10 out of 10 even right now, maybe 9 to 10 out of 10. Just a few things I would have changed a bit, and I'm so excited to play as Link. I kind of feel like him in a way. He's got one arm that's definitely being messed up in some way, I guess by malice. The trailer kind of shows that off a little bit, and my leg's kind of messed up right now with the surgery I had. I almost feel related to Link. I did just play through Breath of the Wild once again. I haven't got all the shrines yet, but I have like 95 shrines and I'm replaying that right now. So also, did you play through Breath of the Wild in anticipation for Tears of the Kingdom? Or is that actually a bad idea? Because maybe the underworld, the main part of the world, is the exact same, just with all these alterations. So some people are saying actually don't play it yet, because you don't want to ruin anything for Tears of the Kingdom. Thanks so much for watching my unboxing video of this Switch Special Edition OLED for Tears of the Kingdom. Feel free to comment below. Do you like the system and everything? Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to go collect them all. Keep smiling while gaming. You guys are awesome. I hope to bring you a Mario movie review next.